I'm not going to go into great detail because I'll do that on my show tonight. Professor Toto airs live every Tuesday and Thursday night at 8 o'clock Central on Rumble, Roku, Fakebook, YuckTube, and FHTV.tv. Hello, everybody. Professor Toto of the Conservative College. Today is one of those days where my heart is racing out of my chest. So filled with news today. The Supreme Court, we're getting wonderful news from the Supreme Court. But I'm not talking about that right now. I'll do that tonight. What I want to talk about is this report, from the special prosecutor concerning Joe Biden. Let me break it down for you. Number one, the first 32 charges against Donald Trump, out of the 90-something charges, the first 32, and I quote, are for willfully retaining classified documents. That's his first 32 charges. All right? Today, the report comes out on Joe Biden, and the first line says Joe Biden willfully retained and disseminated classified documents. Same crime, so-called, same everything. Okay? Now, Joe Biden, of course, the reason they said they chose not to press charges against Joe Biden is because he's an elderly man. Y'all, my heart leaped out of my chest. I just wanted to punch the air at the unfairness, the inequity of that decision. Now, the truth is, they should not press charges against Joe Biden because he is the sitting president. And I do not believe in prosecuting a sitting president. Not only do I not believe it, but it is forbidden. However, the crimes that Joe Biden committed was not during his presidency, but rather before. Now, immediately, Joe Biden has a news conference. Not a news conference. He just made a speech about an hour ago, and I was throwing up in my mouth the entire time that he made it because he kept saying, this case is closed. No, Mr. Biden, this case is just getting started. Because this case is going to give Barack Obama what they've been dreaming of, a way to get you to resign, okay, so that they can put in who they want to. But here's what I want everybody to understand. What is the difference? Joe Biden kept saying in his speech that this is totally different than Donald Trump. And he gave the reason. Not that the details were different, because they were exactly the same. Okay? What were the details? Both of them had classified documents. At least Donald Trump's was stored in a fortress called Mar-a-Lago, surrounded by Secret Service, okay? Whereas Joe Biden's was in his garage with neighbors walking by, all right? So here's the deal. What is the difference? You've got to know this. All over CNN right now, I've been watching. Yes, I watch The Enemy sometime. They're talking about this is not the same, because Biden willfully cooperated and gave those documents back. He willfully worked with the prosecutors. He willfully bowed down to them. All right, sounds good. Supposedly, the difference is Donald Trump did not willfully turn it all back over. Bonk, stop. Let me teach you the difference. Joe Biden had to turn them all back over. Why? He was never authorized by the Presidential Records Act to have those documents. Okay? Joe Biden was not president. Donald Trump was the sitting president of the United States of America, and according to the Presidential Records Act, he would negotiate with the curator of the presidential records, and they would decide what was personal, what was not, and then they would come to an agreement. Donald Trump had the right to have those documents. And no, he did not bow down and give them back. Why? Because he has a legal claim to them that can only be fought in court. That is the difference. Do not believe these idiots that don't have an ounce of understanding. If you want to know the difference between Biden and Trump, here it is. It's called the presidency of the United States. Donald Trump was president. He didn't have to turn them back over to the special prosecutor or the DOJ. That was something that would be determined in a court of law. And therefore, he had the right to resist until it was settled. Biden never had that right. Biden never had the protection of the Presidential Records Act, ever. Folks, that is the difference. So when you see them up there lying on your TV screen, they think, baby, gaslighting, I've seen it today. And I've got news for these people. I want you to hear me and hear me well. There is one thing American, we the people, do not like. One thing, and it's injustice. Nobody likes injustice. God hates injustice. The Bible said that he condemned the world because of the way we were not giving justice. Now listen to me carefully. What just happened is injustice, and the American people are not dumb. Even the Democrats know. I'm watching the news commentators trip over their tails trying to find the difference. But the American people look at the pictures of Biden's garage, and then they're looking at the pictures of Trump's fortress, surrounded by Secret Service protection, and they know. And let me tell you what's going to happen. Mark it down in your little Toto book. People don't like injustice. We just don't like it. Okay? That's why I told you a while ago, Joe Biden should not be arrested. Why? I'm fair. The presidency should be protected from prosecution. But, his crimes occurred before the protection of the presidency. And therefore, when he gets out of office in less than a year now, what Republican prosecutor now is going to go after him? See, what happens is, darling, when you open up a can of, you know what? It just spills over. And everybody starts opening up that can. Listen to me carefully. I want everybody to understand what I'm telling you. You need to share this with every MAGA patriot and every Democrat that you know. They need to know the difference. Donald Trump's so-called crime occurred not after his presidency. This is what people are not understanding. The classified documents and even the January the 6th Patriot event all occurred during the presidency. The classified documents were taken during the presidency and the protection thereof. Joe Biden's never had that protection. Today, we were told that he willfully retained. And guess what else Biden did? Do you know that Biden shared classified documents with a book writer, a ghostwriter of his book? Did you know that? Yeah, they've seen classified documents. What is the difference? Donald Trump was president. Joe Biden was not. There is a difference. And now you know what that difference is. Listen to me. Tonight at 8 o'clock Central on Professor Toto's class, I'm going to lay it all out for you. And I've got a big I told you so to sing tonight. A big one. Oh yeah. Guess what argument they are winning with at the Supreme Court right now for Donald Trump? I've been watching it all day. Do you know what argument they're winning with? The very one Professor Toto told you they would win with. It's a certain rule called the rule of lenity. I taught you that months ago. And I said, this is how they're going to win. And that's all I'm hearing today. All right, guys, I'll see you at 8 o'clock Central tonight. Let's do this. Trump will be reinaugurated in 11 months. Bye-bye.